compromise. But the narcissist, it's their way or the highway. So let's talk about living with a narcissist. If you live with a narcissist, you move in with a narcissist, it's going to be more like, how can we carve out a tiny space for you to live? And they're going to be very controlling about everything, where everything is and all of that, right? Versus two people coming together and habitating together and creating a home together. You know, if two people came together and lived together, they can communicate about their needs, they can communicate how they want to decorate, they can compromise. But the narcissist, it's their way or the highway. You will most likely, I remember a friend of mine that was married a narcissist, and she, when she moved in, he literally, the only space that he gave her was this little tiny spot in the closet that was like 2 feet. And it was a gigantic house. So that's a perfect example. Here's your little square. And it's not two people coming together and creating a life, right? And then if you were to marry a narcissist, it's going to be an event, and it's all going to be a big show, all of that kind of stuff, extravagant. Most likely there's going to be a lot of money involved. If there isn't, it's still going to in some way make them shine, right? Make them look amazing. And it's more about appearances than it is about anyone else. So in a healthy relationship, if you were to, you know, get married, it is less about everything being perfect. You know, if things aren't perfect, well, then that's fine. If, you know, if their flower arrangements got messed up or things aren't so beautiful or whatever it is, who cares? What really matters are the people that are involved. The friends, the family, that everyone's happy and everyone's celebrating and enjoying themselves and having a great time, and that you have this celebration going on. Whereas a narcissist type of marriage is going to be stressful, all about appearances, everything's got to be perfect, and you know, some of these bridezilla things that you see that go on. And it's not that you can't have a big wedding and you know, and have all of that kind of stuff. It's just that the difference is one is a total show, everything's got to be perfect, and it's more about that, and it's more about the performance than it is about the depth, the meaning, the connections with other people. Are people enjoying themselves? All of that kind of stuff. If you have a wedding party, they're gonna love being part of it. They're not going to, you know, be all stressed out and all of that kind of stuff. So those are kind of the differences in weddings.